What is up, gamers? Staxwell is back at it again today with another market watch. Part the Mistveil has hit TCGplayer. A lot of movement on those cards, as well as some of the older cards as well. I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just go ahead and jump straight into it here. Hold the line. Cheapest copy on the market is $31. It is a rainbow foil, but this is all that's left on the market. There's only 4 left up here. And you can see we had a sale of a non-foil for $26.25, which is pretty crazy. Stuff's going up. Originally, this was kind of thought to just be like a good card against Brute. Maybe once the Brute meta is gone, Hold the Line won't be relevant anymore. Maybe we could hold off on buying Hold the Line. Not the case. Zen is the new, or slotted to be the new like premier aggro deck of the format. Something I didn't see coming as of, when I made my video a couple weeks ago. I thought Zen was definitely the weakest of the new heroes. I couldn't have been more wrong. People are still figuring out new things every day. And yeah, Zen seems to be very powerful, and he has Art of War and the new Tome card. I forgot what it's called. We're actually going to talk about it later. This one, Orion of Mystic Tenets. So he's got 4 cards that draw 2 in his deck. So Hold the Line turns out to be very good. It's also a blue, turns on your Transcend. So yeah, it's like not only good in the current metagame, but also synergistically good with all of the new heroes in that it enables Transcend. So yeah, cheapest copy on the market, $30. If this meta trend continues with like KO and Zen, Evia, and the Mystic heroes being very popular, I could see Hold the Line even going higher, surprisingly. Leave No Witnesses, again, as we talked about, what was it, a couple weeks ago? I think Nu is the most popular hero in the new set. She might not be the strongest, but she is certainly the most popular. And Leave No Witnesses, look at this chart. It just goes straight up from $10 to $17. But yeah, the cheapest copy on the market currently is $22. And then if we look at the rainbow foils, it's like about $30 after shipping. Orion of Mystic Tenets, cheapest copy on the market is $5. Kind of uninteresting when you just look at that. But when you look at the rainbow foil, cheapest copy on the market is $30, which is kind of insane. But I've talked about this a couple times. Anything with this legendary keyword is going to be subjugated to a buyout at some point on the rainbow foils. This has happened with other cards as well, like Oblivion or the Riptide Traps. There's like 1/3 as many of these, so they're kind of easier to buy out. Therefore, yeah, I mean, they're easier to buy out, so the price goes a little bit crazier, right? Miraging Metamorph. This card's played in Enigma as a 3 of. Every build of Enigma is playing this card. Cheapest copy on the market is $30. It's also an Everfest Majestic. You know how much we love our Everfest Majestics around here. And the cheapest rainbow foils are $40. Insanity. Spectral Shield, the new alternate color, alternate art Spectral Shield from the golden packs of Part the Mistveil. The green one's like $8, and so is the white one. So the New Moon, the Enigma New Moon is like $30, and then the 2 Spectral Shields together are like $15 each. So yeah, if you don't pull a Marvel from the gold pack, which you probably won't, yeah, the gold pack is worth about $40 with like the shields and the Enigma. Snag, still going crazy. That chart is insane. Yeah, people, since Nu is the most popular hero in the format, or a popular, a lot of people building Nu is a very popular hero. I don't know if it's the most popular hero in the format, but it sure seems that way, especially if you look on Talishar, like every game is Nu. But yeah, Snag, fantastic card against Nu. That's the primary reason you're playing it. I can't think of any other deck that this would be insane against off the top of my head. Yeah, this is really being bought out just for Nu. Yeah, cheapest copy on the market, $16.50. Ancestral Harmony going absolutely crazy. This card is cracked now. I didn't think about this when I was first like evaluating Zen, but this is the perfect card for Zen. Like, not only is it an insane card, period, but it's just like a blue that you want to activate to be able to transcend, right? So you play this and that's your blue for the turn, so you could play a different blue card, transcend, pitch for Zen. Yeah, it's like the perfect addition to the deck. Which, yeah, it's like a little bit tough to find a blue card you would want to activate, particularly in Ninja. So like Ancestral Harmony is just perfect in every way. I can't stress that enough. Cheapest copy on the market is now $21. Cheapest rainbow foil is $30. Surgical Extraction, cheapest copy on the market is $26. Everyone's building Nu. Cheapest rainbow foil is $65, $66, $67. This card's going absolutely crazy. But yeah, it makes sense. This card's insane. It combos very, very well with the new daggers. And then making silver, like you're not playing boots that, you buy back with silver. But making silver is still very good because you're also playing 3 levels of enlightenment. So you're able to kind of, in the late game, you have all these blues in your deck, just start cracking a bunch of silver. And then your levels of enlightenment are coming in for a ton of damage, or, all 3 modes or whatever. This round's on me is going up as well. Cheapest copy on the market is $14, actually $14 after shipping. And then the rainbow fulls are about the same price. There's two up here for $16, and then they jump to $18. This card's very good versus Zen. Zen's a very popular hero this format. It's also a blue card that you want to activate at the beginning of your turn to enable Transcend. It has Go Again. Blue cards that you want to activate with Go Again. There's going to be a theme. They're very good. Think Ancestral Harmony. Mauling Kui. Cheapest copy on the market. Mauling Kui, I don't know. Anyway, cheapest copy on the market, $19. This round the table product is actually kind of insane. If we go to it, sort high to low. Look, just the Iron Ninja deck is worth the entire around the table. So you could just like open this, get your Civic Steps, and then sell this for the same price that you bought the rest for. And then, cheap it, or way cheaper to ship it out as well, right? Yeah, look, Maul and Klee, you get two of them. They're $18. Civic Steps, $10. Growl, you get two of them. They're $11. Bittering Thorn, $10. You get two of them. Boulder Drop, $3. Pouncing Paws. Like, this is starting to look more and more like a good pickup every time I see it. I wonder how much longer, or if ever, this stuff will just dry up completely from the market and you won't be able to get the sealed product anymore. I'm not sure, it could happen, but until then, thankfully, the MSRP of this, or the availability of the sealed product, is kind of keeping Maul and Klee, Growl, Civic Steps, Bittering Thorns, keeping all of this stuff in check. Dissolve Reality, we've seen the Enigma player, Darkodius, play this card in the constructed Enigma build. It was very good over the weekend, and it just went crazy. Look, probably just in the last couple days alone, it just went totally terminal. And then before that, look, there was two sales on the 29th, and then the first had one sale, and then clearly he won on the second with it because there was like 40 sales or something like that. But yeah, very good card. Zen wants to set up 5 cards hands against you. This kind of says no to that for one turn. Blocks 3. I think it's a fine card. Good against a lot of heroes in the format. Warmonger's Diplomacy is also going up. I think this is because of Azalea's rise in popularity. Zen is also very happy to play this card. He's a ninja. He's only really attacking for the most part. So Warmonger's Diplomacy is an easy include for him. And he needs something to be able to combat Azalea. Enigma also needs something to be able to combat Azalea. So a lot of new heroes want this card for Azalea. Azalea is a very powerful, very popular hero right now. It makes sense. Definitely going up. And I also kind of see this as an indication of a rise in new players. I think there's a huge rise in new players. Some of the questions and stuff I've been seeing on Discords and Facebook pages is like very reminiscent of like the early days, or like the early days of Lorcana and stuff. They're like asking basic like game questions and stuff, which there's nothing wrong with. Everyone was new at some point. It's just like when I see all of these questions, like, when you pitch a card, does that count as playing the card? Like so many questions like that all day now. It's like, man, there must be a ton of new players playing this game, which I love to see. But with new players comes, all those new players needing cards that are generic, right? So Warmonger's Tunic, Strike, CNC, all of these kind of cards, expect this stuff to kind of creep up as all these new players enter the game. And Part the Mistveil, I don't know about you guys, but at my locals in particular, Part the Mistveil has brought out more new players than since Uprising. I seriously think that this has brought more new players than any set since Uprising at my locals personally. Let me know in the comments down below if it's like similar for you guys, but yeah, it's totally been insane for Part the Mistveil for my locals. KO Armory deck, cheapest copy on the market is $49 shipped. We've finally reached MSRP on this product. KO might not be the best hero anymore, but his Armory deck is available. So if you're a new player looking to get into the game, probably a good place to start. KO is still a very powerful hero, and you're gonna need the cards inside of here if you want to play competitively. Ravenous Rabble, this is the alternate art promo card from the Callings last year. Cheapest copy on the market. It's gone down a lot. Last time we talked about it was like what, 220, 250. Now the cheapest copy is 129, 130, 130. Tons of copies up here as well. So highly recommend getting it. You guys know I like anything that says generic. Azalea is also very popular right now, which is playing 3 of this card. And then we will briefly go over Part the Mistveil. We talked about this set last week, kind of where I thought all of the singles would land. Let's talk about some of the outliers. For the most part, I think everything is kind of where we expected it to be. A couple things we got wrong, though. I did not foresee Nu having more of a waifu text than Enigma. I know Nu's more popular than Enigma, but Enigma has like the illusionist. Any illusionist kind of has, like, illusionist players have this allure to drip out their deck for some reason. So I kind of anticipated Enigma to be more valuable than Nu. But yeah, that's just not the case. I don't know if it's just because Nu is like, yeah, it just must be more popular. I have no idea. Yeah, the Fabled, $84. I think it's even going to come down a little bit more. This one isn't super surprising to me. Traverse the Universe is the most expensive legendary in the set. Makes perfect sense. It's the best one. All 3 heroes could play it. We kind of touched on this last week. One thing we did get really wrong was that Zen is very, very powerful, but that didn't really change too much, like, market-wise. Maybe 12 Petal Kasaya is a bit more than I thought it would be. Yeah, it's still not that expensive, right? And then Jade Tiger Domains maybe a bit more expensive than I thought it would be, but yeah, still not that crazy. The Marvel Transcend cards are right around, I said they'd be $50 on average. Maybe they're like 55 or 60, so we're pretty close on that. Yeah, see, look, these 36, 47, 37. Yeah, they go up to like 70. So yeah, between $37 and $70, it's like 50 on average. We were pretty close there. A lot of this stuff fell quicker than I thought it would be. I thought Manifestations of Miragi would hold a little bit higher for a little bit longer. I did say it would eventually settle at this $5 to $10 price tag. But yeah, I didn't think it would come that quick. So that's kind of interesting how fast this set ran its course. And one thing to note too is that every time a new set drops, this always happens, right? So everyone gets the product, cracks it open, lists all the singles, and it's kind of like a race to undercut each other. And then at some point, so the prices go down, 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 down during this like undercut war. And then eventually you hit a point where everyone has sold everything, and then the prices kind of pop back up. This has happened. It's happened a couple times in the past. I think it actually happened with Cast Bones, if I remember correctly. Definitely happened with like Codex of Frailty. Yeah, a couple of big cards have, gone super low in value and then popped back up after the supply ran dry. Enigma New Moon, only $30. Kind of crazy. The EA Manifestations of Miragi is only $60. I thought that would be a little bit more expensive. And then Levels of Enlightenment EA, $80. This one was pretty expected. Yeah, definitely the best card in the set. And Stonewall Gauntlet, cheaper than I thought it would be, $18. Highly recommend picking this up. This is my standout pickup of the set. If you're going to pick up anything, I guess I would say pick that up. Or Rowdy Locals. I think Rowdy Locals is like $1. And I think that card could be good one day. It's not like something you need to do immediately. It's very good in Fi. I think it could be very good in Zen. And yeah, it's only $1. I think it's definitely worth picking up. Levels of Enlightenment, just the regular Majestic, is the most expensive Majestic in the set. We kind of anticipated that as well. Weakest Link, a bit cheaper than I thought, only $8. Maybe this. I think this card just needs to top a event, kind of prove itself before people start playing it and teching it. Because yeah, let's be honest, most people just copy their list online. Copy copy the deck from a list that won. Yeah, that's what most people do, I imagine. So as soon as this card starts winning, it'll go up. But yeah, nothing too crazy, nothing too out of the ordinary. If you are going to pick up any of this stuff, if you're going to pick up this Gauntlet, if you're going to pick up the Rowdy Locals or anything else like that, please do so using the TCG player in the link. The TCG player link in the description below. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps support the channel. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Later, gamers.